All right, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I want to thank everybody for joining us today. I do lots of these events, but I'm particularly happy to launch new programs that meet the needs of Cook County residents and businesses. Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge individuals and organizations making this work possible. Commissioner Scott Britton, Commissioner Kevin Morrison, Dave Boulay, Illinois Manufacturing Excellence Center, IMEC, Craig Vandevant, President of GAM, Gary Michalek, did I say it right? Where are you, Gary? You're back here. Is that right? Is that close? Excellent. All right. Gary Michalek, founder of GAM. Mark Denzler, Illinois Manufacturers Association. I think I got everybody. I'd like to acknowledge, of course, Xochitl Flores, who's our Bureau Chief of Economic Development, and her team. Special recognition should go to Christine Napo. Did I say it right? Where's Christine? She's behind me. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Okay. Who envisioned this program over 2 years ago. And as always, we have a great partner and team in the Illinois Manufacturing Excellence Center. Special shout out to Christy John for her patience and commitment to getting the website and marketing materials together. Thank you, Christy. I'm thrilled to announce the launch of Cook County Manufacturing Reinvented, a program that will provide manufacturers in Cook County with grants to support the implementation of projects that improve their business's competitiveness and resiliency as we continue to recover from the COVID-19 pandemic. Manufacturing plays a critical role in Chicago's regional economy. It's an economic engine driven by family-owned firms, not by a few powerhouse international firms. Manufacturing in Cook County is a community of small businesses who live and work here, representing diverse business sectors in industries including metal and food manufacturing, processing, and machinery. Funding for Manufacturing Reinvented is provided by the American Rescue Plan Act, the federal program which, of course, supports our recovery from the pandemic. We'll award over 300 grants ranging from $5,000 to $25,000 for over 20 different project types. These project types range from plans like search engine optimization for a company's website, a cybersecurity assessment, or business transition planning. This program offers a highly customizable approach to addressing specific company needs. Firms interested in joining or learning more about Manufacturing Reinvented should go to www.imec.org/CCMR. On the website, businesses can also sign up for our upcoming webinar on August 16th at 11:30 a.m. We'll review the application details and answer any questions businesses may have. So I want to thank IMEC for being partners in this important work, which continues to allow us to act boldly, swiftly, and in support of Cook County manufacturers. Congratulations and thank you. Now I'd like to introduce Commissioner Britton, followed by Commissioner Morrison. Both commissioners have been tremendous supporters of our small business and manufacturing work. Commissioner Britton.
Thank you, Madam President. And again, I very much appreciate both the President's leadership in this regard, but also the Bureau of Economic Development and Sochi and your team. It has been one of the best parts of coming out of the pandemic, which I think we can say that now, that we've been able to focus on the economic development part of the county's commitment to expanding both economic and educational opportunities throughout the county, including in our districts, including Kevin's and mine. You know, manufacturing is a key part of the economic fabric of all the communities, particularly in the 14th district that I represent. You know, I'm proud to play a role in the county's effort to support these manufacturing businesses, particularly the small and medium-sized businesses that really are the engine of our economic success in Cook County. You already know that a part of the $1 billion American Rescue Plan was an investment that the county has committed specifically $40 million of to small business development and workforce support. These new Cook County Manufacturing Reinvented grants will help small manufacturing businesses bounce back from the pandemic, whether it was through increased costs of materials, salary adjustments, or just to stay competitive under regular inflation as opposed to what we have now. This grant program highlights the county's commitment to assisting manufacturers during this challenging time and to invest in our next generation workforce. I am passionate about the need for more advanced manufacturing training and bringing cost-effective education to all. All parts of my district are special to me, but Wheeling is a little unusual because it is a focus of manufacturing within the 14th district. And there are many success stories, many of which I have seen myself as I've toured those businesses over the last few months. And it is a huge part of the state of Illinois' success in manufacturing. In March, I toured various manufacturing businesses through the Wheeling Chamber of Commerce, and the businesses were as diverse as the county, from robotics and precision machines to inflatables and luxury car repairs. Also, like Cook County's long-range plans, Wheeling is cultivating transportation and educational assets that are central to their economy. For Wheeling is proximate to 294, commuter and freight rail lines, O'Hare Airport, Chicago Executive Airport, and solid educational partnerships through Harper College, various school districts, and the North Suburban Cook County American Job Center. Thank you, President Preckwinkle and Economic Development Chief Flores, for your vision. I look forward to continuing to partner to bring these very needed resources to manufacturing businesses throughout Cook County and particularly in the 14th District. Thank you. And Kevin Morrison, my partner in the North Suburbs, will be next. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm Cook County Commissioner Kevin Morrison. I represent the 15th District in the Northwest Suburbs. I want to thank President Preckwinkle and Xochitl Flores, Chief of the Cook County Bureau of Economic Development, for inviting me to speak today, and most importantly, for your leadership in prioritizing support for our local businesses, especially during the challenges of the pandemic in the last 2+ years. I'm so proud to stand here today in support of this new program, Manufacturing Reinvented. This is the next step in revitalizing our manufacturing industry and supporting small and local businesses in our own communities. This program continues our commitment to promoting and supporting our manufacturing sector. As many of you know, Cook County is the second largest manufacturing county in the country and is home to some of the largest industrial manufacturers as well. My district is home to the largest industrial park in the country. Over 5,600 businesses and over 400 manufacturers. These types of grants are vital to not only allowing local manufacturers the ability to recover from the challenges of the pandemic, but supports future innovation from these businesses. Manufacturing is an important and often overlooked factor when assisting small businesses. Within the manufacturing industry, over 75% are classified as small businesses. This program indicates a great stride by the country towards recognizing and supporting these small but crucial components of our economy. I am proud to have collaborated with President Preckwinkle and Bureau of Economic Development over the last few years in supporting direct assistance to local small businesses and supporting the launch of the Cook County Small Business Source, the county's one-stop shop for resources for small businesses. This program is just another example of the important commitment from the county to our local businesses. I couldn't be more thrilled to see the launch of this program today. It will be a game changer for local manufacturing businesses around Cook. I look forward to seeing the incredible impact of this program has on our communities, and I thank everyone involved in making this program happen. Thank you. And I'll pass it back to President Preckwinkle to introduce our next guest.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Commissioner. All right. Dave Boulay is our partner in crime here, Illinois Manufacturing Excellence Center, IMEC, and he has a few words, followed by Craig Vandavant. Did I say it right? Vanden Avant. Thank you for the correction. So we'll start with Dave.
And good morning.
Good morning.
Madam President, Commissioners Britton and Morrison, we appreciate Cook County's commitment to manufacturing and your leadership for this unprecedented and innovative grant program. A special thanks, joining the crowd of thank yous here, for the Bureau of Economic Development, Bureau Chief Xochitl Flores, Irene Scher, Christine Napo. Your truly collaborative work through this has brought us to this point. Again, my name is David Boulay. I'm president of IMEC, the Illinois Manufacturing Excellence Center. We are manufacturers' one-stop for technical assistance and support. We are part of a U.S. Department of Commerce program called Manufacturing Extension Partnership. We're dedicated to the competitiveness of small and mid-sized manufacturers. We work together with manufacturing leaders to plan for success, grow their business, improve operations, and focus on people. Our work gives us a unique perspective of the manufacturing landscape, so we assist over 1,500 manufacturers across Illinois each year. Now, everything changed overnight when the pandemic hit, yet manufacturing was almost immediately considered essential. And we witnessed incredible responses by manufacturers. We helped them quickly figure out workplace safety protocols, shift production to necessary medical equipment, deal with supply chain disruptions, workforce challenges, and so much more. And none of it was easy. Now, early in the pandemic, IMEC, with the Bureau of Economic Development, partnered together to better understand the needs of the county's manufacturing community. And we called every manufacturer, over 5,000 manufacturers in the county, to understand their most pressing needs because of the changed landscape. And over 1,006 to be exact, over 1,000 manufacturers completed that brief needs assessment. One insight quickly rose to the top. The needs were wide-ranging. Companies faced a unique set of challenges to create business growth in a virtual world, to improve safety and hygiene, drive productivity and efficiency, retool supply chains, and develop talent, among other needs. The Cook County Manufacturing Reinvented grant program is designed based on those findings. The curated project options respond to those wide-ranging needs that we learned about. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach. Rather, there is a solution for the unique challenges that each company faces. Just like how manufacturing leaders responded to the pandemic with incredible innovation, collaboration, and fortitude, this groundbreaking survey and grant program is equally innovative and collaborative. It is a first of its kind to take the extensive insights from over 1,000 manufacturers and launch a program so quickly. The Illinois Manufacturers Association just came out with their updated Manufacturing Matters report. And that data reinforces what we know. Cook County is a manufacturing powerhouse. It is simply one of the largest manufacturing counties in the nation, and the core of this powerhouse are the small and mid-sized manufacturers. In fact, 99% of the county's manufacturers are small and mid-sized, and 70% are less than 20 employees. So not only is this grant program innovative, it is also unprecedented in the scale of and focus on small manufacturing business that call Cook County home. It is truly a unique national model. Now, challenges do remain ahead, and manufacturing at times may be overlooked, but this program reaffirms the county's commitment to help manufacturers and their workforce rebound, reset, and reposition for a competitive future. This is the moment for companies to plan, implement, and excel through this grant program. The IMEC team is incredibly excited. We're ready to get to work and to help ensure Cook County manufacturing remains globally competitive. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Craig Vanden Avond, President of GAM Enterprises, to share his company's story. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This being back in this building actually brings back some memories. My father worked for Cook County on the 9th floor for many years of his career in the highway department, and I used to come down here as a kid and have lunch with Dad and then go back home. So this place has a lot of memories. I'm sure it's very different. I don't know if the highway department's still on the 9th floor. Is it still there? So a lot of memories. It's great to be here. I'm asked to speak. I'm really on two different roles here in behalf. First is I sit on the board of IMEC, and as the chair of the board, I just want to thank Cook County deeply for putting your trust in IMEC and letting us partner with Cook County to roll out this program. I assure you, IMEC does wonderful, wonderful things in the state and will not let Cook County down in executing this program. Secondly, as a manufacturer, GAM Enterprises, we are a small manufacturer based in Mount Prospect. We are, a citizen of Cook County. It was started in 1990 by my business partner, Gary Michlik, who's joined us here today. And what we do is we manufacture very high precision mechanical components used to automate machinery, capital equipment, and also in robotics. So manufacturing today isn't what
what you might have your thoughts are of years past, dark factories and people standing at machine doing very, very repetitive work. It's very high tech. The factories are high lit. You need skilled workers to do this work. And so that's a little bit of background on who we are. I'd like to tell you a little bit about, many companies were very negatively impacted when the pandemic first hit, and GAM was no exception. Whether it was declines in revenue, issues with supply chain, not being able to get product in, those, pandemic related, those issues are actually even worse today than they were earlier on. And I do believe that it's going to continue to get worse. And I'm not a naysayer here, but what companies that, if you add inflation to all that, things like some of our raw materials are almost double what they were just a couple of years ago. Our packaging materials are up significantly. Our transportation, the cost to get components in or product out the door is up 450%. Now, companies that are well run and are efficient are more capable of handling those type of issues. And I think this is what this is all about, is helping companies be more efficient and better run so that they can better handle some of the external effects that are thrown at them. There's a tremendous, as we come out of this, there is an absolute tremendous opportunity for manufacturing in Illinois and actually the United States in general. But I'm most hopeful right here in Cook County. There's a huge ecosystem of manufacturing that's here. And there's a statistic that was out recently by the A3 Association that we're a member of. 80% of all manufacturing companies are now currently looking to reshore or nearshore their manufacturing. As companies reshore that manufacturing, why not here, right here in Cook County? And even if those companies that are reshore, if you talk about some of the big names in manufacturing, and they talk about, these big companies, what people don't realize is that for every one large manufacturer out there, there are dozens and dozens of small manufacturers that are there supporting them, making a small component or supplying something to them or a service. So local manufacturing companies actually can be successful and competitive on a global scale. It is quite possible. But in order to do that, that requires modern, capable manufacturing technologies, the modern machines that are out there, state-of-the-art manufacturing processes, and the flow of goods through a plant. A capable and skilled workforce. That's everything from management, leadership, to the labor force that's running and operating the machines. Again, like I said before, manufacturing isn't what it used to be. It's not someone standing at a machine doing repetitive work. It's somebody that knows how to program those machines, knows how to maintain those machines. Those are highly skilled, knowledgeable people. So a little bit about our story. We saw supply chain issues impacting us as far back as 2014. The pandemic just exacerbated it. We found ourselves very vulnerable to our suppliers' weaknesses and problems. We felt as though every time something happened externally, we were a victim to that, and it was impacting our business and it was holding us back from our growth. So Gary and I sat back and decided that we were going to take control of our destiny and actually reshore and implement full manufacturing in our facility, not just some value-add manufacturing, but full manufacturing. But we knew we only had one chance to do it right, which is why we partnered with IMEC. The reason we had one chance to do it right is when you're doing, any type of business, but B2B business, the companies you supply to, you may say that you're made in the USA, but they're still comparing you to all products made around the world, and they expect perfection when it comes out of the box. They're very fickle, and if you don't get it right the first time, they'll just go back to who they were using before. Secondly, it was an extremely large investment, and so we couldn't afford to do it wrong and lose any of that business, so we knew we had to maintain our quality, which is why we partnered with IMEC, and what a tremendous success that was and a good decision. Over the years, we've invested our profits back into the business and grown. We just acquired a new building across the street and almost tripled our space. But we've invested the money back into new machines, capital equipment, product development, and we've added numerous people. When we made the decision to implement manufacturing, we were 18 people. Today we're 40, and we have plans to add more people next year, and these are all skilled people that are working on the factory floor. We implemented skills training programs in order to bring people in with a certain base level skill, but then train them up in order to do the job that we need. As a fun fact, we actually acquired a product line from a German manufacturing company and moved that manufacturing from Germany to the United States, all because of our U.S. manufacturing and our capability and the help with IMEC. Today, we're competitive against manufacturers from around the world, including those in low-wage areas. And that's the key, is that manufacturing today can be competitive because of the advances in technology, machinery, et cetera, allows us to be competitive from around the world. I want to tell you a story of Peter. Peter's a manufacturing person in our plant. Grew up in Chicago on the southwest side of the city, Hispanic gentleman. Let's say early on, Peter didn't make some of the best choices. He dropped out of high school and was not, didn't really have a job, wasn't doing much. I love this story because he said one day, I don't know what triggered it in his head, but he decided that he was going to turn things around and take control of his life. And, back in the day when jobs were in the newspaper on Sunday, he opened up the Sunday paper and he started scanning the paper and looked at what jobs are the highest paying. And he found two common themes. You work for the electrical company, ComEd, or CNC machinist. Those were the two highest paying jobs. He was kind of afraid of heights. He doesn't want to climb telephone poles, so he decided to go in CNC manufacturing. And he looked at what was required. He went back to school. He got his GED. He went to Wright Community College and got a certificate in CNC manufacturing and gave him a base level of skill. He joined us shortly thereafter, and then we started to really train. We get the base level of knowledge, and we trained him up to run all of our high-tech machines. Today, Pete runs about 5 different machines in the area. He's our lead in our CNC department, and Pete's going to make close to 6 figures this year. And it's a great success story. And we have multiple people like Pete, guys with the name of Brian and Ryan and et cetera, that have similar stories to that, and that's the opportunity for manufacturing. The current situation here is that, as I alluded earlier, is that the pandemic-related issues are still here, and I do foresee them getting worse when you add in inflation, and now you've got geopolitical issues. And 80% of companies are looking to reshore, and there's a tremendous opportunity there for us. And I'm so happy that Cook County is partnering with IMEC and is working with manufacturing to help them be successful, because we can be competitive with the rest of the world. But here's the issue with that, and the problem is that, as Dave said, 70% of manufacturers have less than 20 people. If you got a 20-person organization, you're just trying to figure out how to get product out the door and pay the bills. You not put programs together and how to train your workforce and put some new process in place. That's where IMEC in this program comes into play. It's helping them reinvent themselves to be competitive, and that's the opportunity here. So thank you again for hearing my story, and I'm really excited that this program is kicking off. Thank you.